The full Vision collected edition, all 12 issues, hardcover, Tom King, Marvel, Gabriel Wata. Yeah, the review and more.
And a giveaway. A giveaway.
Mainly the giveaway.
The giveaway.
Coming up
next.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
And guys, we have a big episode for you guys. A big one. Number one. What are we doing number one?
I'm wearing my Christmas pajama t-shirt.
Number one, we're wearing Christmas pajamas. Number two, we are reviewing the full hardcover 12-issue maxi series of Tom King's The Vision with art by Gabriel Wata. But what else are we doing?
We're doing a giveaway.
Another giveaway. We have another giveaway going on right now for Oblivion Song, the trade paperback, signed by the Jabroni, signed by
Bruce,
Stephanie and I. And now we're going to do another giveaway with The Vision, which was really freaking good.
Really freaking good.
But that's all we're going to say about it. We're going to take a minute. We're going to break it down at least a little. And then
really freaking good.
Give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Give it away. All right, so I read this over the last 2 months or so. It was before the pandemic. I got it and I started reading it on the train ride home. So it's not super fresh in my mind. But guess what? It is fresh for someone.
I read it all in 2 days.
2 days. So I'm gonna let Stephanie definitely take this, this first pass at her review, and we'll probably take it slow and kind of go through it and let you know what we thought.
So this is my first time reading anything related to the Vision, even with anything in the Vision, or anything that included the Vision. So I don't know a lot about him, or did not know a lot about him until I read this book. I will admit that when I first started reading it, it was a little difficult to read. The Vision is very robotic in the things he says, the way he speaks is very robotic, and it's a little hard to follow. He's way smarter than I am, so...
Than most people.
And I'm like, wait, what? So I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it. I thought it was going to be a repeat of Mr. Miracle, where I had so much trouble in the beginning and then just couldn't power through it, but it wasn't like that. It's a little bit of a, getting the rhythm of how he speaks, and then you get right into it, and it's fine. And you can follow it flawlessly.
Flawlessly.
But yeah, the Vision, it creates a family. He's living, in a normal town, having a normal job. And it's kind of like their story as they go through their lives and the way the town and everybody reacts to them living in there and how they try to adjust and how they are not able to because of the fact that they're synthezoids, I believe, is the name that they call them. So it was very interesting how good they are getting you involved in these characters, despite the fact that they have no real emotions. They don't eat food. They don't they're just robots, basically, and by the end of it, you're like, don't go, I love you, what happened?
Yeah, but they're robots that, they do think, they have emotions for, they're robot emotions.
They have robotic emotions, where they understand what they're feeling, but they're still too bad robots.
Well, they're confused, I think, by what they're feeling, because these are all new feelings for them, which was really interesting for me. So what were some of the things that you enjoyed about this book?
I really like that the Vision, I don't want to give too much away, but that he's able to be so emotionally connected to this family that he created, the reactions he has when anything good, bad, or indifferent happens to them, and that I feel like he reacts not necessarily I would react, but a human would react when things happen to him. I thought that part of the book was very interesting. I was kind of a little confused towards the end what was going on with his wife, how she kept repeating everything. I guess, I don't know if it was she couldn't deal with what was going on, or... Well,
I think, with all people in life, I think that was just, her, developing, she was dealing with something super traumatic and super emotional, and sometimes people develop tics and develop, they start stumbling over their words and whatnot, because they just have so much going on in their head, and her programming was
And I really enjoyed learning just about the Vision in general. I actually watched Captain America Civil War last night and finished it today because I didn't get to finish all of it for the first time. I've seen 1 and 3, the first and third Captain America, not the second one. And the Vision is in that. And it was so much cooler watching the movie, knowing what the Vision is capable of and his powers and the type of person he is. His relationship with Wanda Maximoff is kind of touched in this book, very briefly.
Yeah.
But they're more together in that movie.
Right.
But I did enjoy getting to learn about him. I do think he's a really cool character. I do think he's very limited as far as a character is concerned. Like, I can't imagine wanting to read more about him after this.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Like, Vision is not a very exciting character. I think he's a fun character to have around in a group because you don't have to focus on him because he doesn't have a lot of depth. This gave him a lot of depth, in my opinion. Him creating a family, which I don't think synthesoids are supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So he kind of broke the rules doing that, and that's why the Avengers were watching him. And then seeing how the town reacted to them was like super cool. Like, they were very standoffish. I mean, obviously he's an Avenger. Why the hell would you want an Avenger living next to you? He's an Avenger. There's bad people wanting to kill him. And just going through his house and seeing all the things that he decided to put in his house was really cool. I also just love Tom King's writing. Tom King's writing, the way he goes through a scene is just so thought out and so beautifully done. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, they do a lot of things throughout the book where they drop little story bites about things like Captain America's lighter and the vase from Wakanda that can't hold any real flowers.
From the Silver Surfer.
From the Silver Surfer. I thought it said Wakanda, but I might be incorrect. But whatever.
That was the piano.
All these little things. Oh yeah, that was made from the vibranium stringless piano.
Yep.
All these little things that in the beginning are just like, oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. But they all tie in to something throughout the story that you're like, oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool.
And Tom King does a great job of just setting up a whole story arc and giving you lots of stuff at the very beginning, and then it comes in, and you're like, wait, that was so much information. But then all that stuff just comes in a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's so important that you pay attention. It's so great.
It is. It is a very good story. I like that they made a dog at one point. That was really cool.
And how they made the dog was incredible.
Yeah.
They killed a dog and then made a robot dog out of the dead dog.
Well, I don't think they meant to kill the dog.
No, they don't think. No, the wife did. She meant to kill the dog. She was really mad at the neighbors, and then she killed the dog.
I don't remember that. I do remember killing the dog towards the end, but I don't know. Maybe.
I could be wrong. But overall, I thought this was a fabulous Tom King story. Up there, right with Mr. Miracle. I think it's fantastic.
Bruce cried a little.
I did. At the very end of this book, I cried. There's a big scene between his wife, I can't remember her name. Virginia, and Vision, and it's beautiful, and it's fantastic, and it's, these two robots who didn't really have a lot of feelings, and she figured it out at the end, and it was super awesome. I also just loved the way that Tom King wrote the mother in this. If you look at the panels and you pay attention to the panels, she's never fully comfortable. Mm-hmm. She feels very strange being in this world. She thinks they should be somewhere else with their, I guess, own kind or whatever. But the Vision wants his kids to grow up as real kids and to be able to feel and grow with other teenagers. And, she's just very uncomfortable. And the whole entire time you can tell. Just look at all Gabriel's artwork, and it's so gorgeous, and it's meaningful because that happens. Or there's a lot of stuff that happens that continues her uneasiness with being in this world of humans.
And she's very intelligent, like Vision, but they tell you throughout the story that her brainwaves came from Wanda Maximoff, so she still has memories.
Right. From
her. So I think that has to do with part of her comfortability in her world, because she keeps having all these flashbacks and feelings that aren't her feelings and things that she's remembering that never really happened to her. But she turns out to be pretty badass in the end.
Yeah. That was awesome. There was a lot of ties in here, and they were just beautifully done. And
it's just really well written.
Yes.
Which I feel like I say a lot. But it was. Just you read it, it's seamless, it's flawless, you just go through it, you get to the end, and you're like, oh my god. It was a novel. I mean, it is 12 issues.
Yeah. So
it's a decent read, but still.
They
did a great job pulling you in, getting you attached.
I think Tom King has gotten me to cry 3 times. Once in Mr. Miracle, once in this, and I think there was another book that he wrote, and I was like, oh god.
Tom. No, he didn't write that. Who wrote Deceased?
Deceased, that was Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor. Different Tom.
That was it.
I cried from Deceased a lot.
But this is a great book. If you were going to rate this book 1 out of 10, what would you give it? 10 being the best.
I would have to say a 9,
Ooh,
which is a really high rating, I know, but to not know anything about the characters at all, to have no experience with Vision, to have no experience in his world, his abilities, anything, and it was just well done. Just, you're so involved. Every single character is interesting. Every single character has character development throughout the whole book, is just, you want them to win, die, lose, whatever emotion you have, you're invested in that emotion. It was a very well-written book. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. All right, I will give this probably an 8.5 out of 10. It was definitely fantastic. It was amazing. The artwork was so great. And I know if I knew poetry, this book would probably be a little bit better because Tom King always used poetry.
There's a lot of Shakespeare in there.
There's a lot of Shakespeare in there, and I'm not very good at Shakespeare. And I'm pretty sure his son Vin was saying things in Shakespeare and poetry, and that, you know, if you could read into that, it would give you more context to the situation or to his character and how he's feeling. And I just missed that. So Tom King, you're amazing, but you always get me.
You always get me, Tom.
But this was an amazing book. With that said, guys, guess what? We're giving it away.
Amazing.
So we are giving away this book. We are going to sign this book. Yeah, we are going to give it away to one of you guys. Now, all you have to do to enter this is do 2 things. What are those 2 things, babe?
Subscribe and sign over the deed to your house.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
All right, fine. Not the deed thing. Subscribe and then leave a comment below this video.
That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do to get your hands on this hardcover. We do ask, though, that you don't hold on to this. You read it, and then you sign it, and then you do some kind of social media post, or maybe you are a YouTuber, and then you do your own review, and then you give this book to someone else. We want this book to go around to as many people in the comic book community as we can, because it's great. It is a fantastic book.
It is. Totally worth the read. Totally worth your time. It's not even that time consuming, but it is if you're on a train and it takes you 2 months to read it. But
well, I got 40 minutes. You're doing social media, doing other things. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it. We really enjoyed this book. Again, I didn't know a lot about the Vision. She knew nothing about the Vision except for Marvel Universe movies.
Really, I only remember seeing him in Endgame, which is the only movie I remember seeing him in. I didn't even see all of the Avengers movies, so if he was in other ones, I don't know. I think I saw the last 2, and I hated the last one, Endgame, so that was like all I know of the Vision, is that Thanos rips his little
gem
out of his head and uses it in
the stone. This is definitely great. Giving it away. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Yeah, you have a chance to do this. We'll probably go on for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. We'll let you guys know on social media when it's ending. And yeah.
Keep it sleazy, people.
Keep it sleazy. Because that's what Vision would do.
He would.
He'd be sleazy.
He's sleazy.
Alright guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Tom King's fully collected hardcover edition, The Vision review.
Giveaway.
Coming
Giveaway.
up.
Giveaway.
Coming up.
Giveaway.
Next.